What are you doing here? Oh, wait. Let's find some cover first. And what a flame sent you. I don't know you're not an Imperial spy. You don't even have a uniform. Seriously? You're right, sir. Scouts reported the attack of your aircraft. We've come to rescue you. Rathima Wol, yes? Glad to have you with us. Secret Jet Mags check our bars by right. They're not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must. Bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Golin's crimes. Let me take the ship back to Castle Meridianum, along with your friend. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny boat. Nice looking ship. Though not the best place to have taken a shelter, I agree. It's the first airship that we've built since the Calamity. The first since Master Garland. Well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first test flight. And she was soaring, she really was, till those bastards blasted her out of the sky. You attack on my command. Kill them quickly and save the Lalafell if possible. Is that clear with you, Mom? Show them what becomes of those who play with fire. Charge! We're to attack! 2 arms! Kill them, I said! Where's that bloody vanguard? We need it now! Show them no mercy! Biggs! Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too damn close. So how'd she look anyway? The auxiliary propellers are dead lost, but I think we can bring enough thrust with the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications, we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go, Rathima. You still have unfinished business to attend to at the Hall of Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, but though anyone who's seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry. You know, calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously though, it had been for you and the Immortal Flames lads here, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I mean, you're dead, friend. We both are. Wedge. Thank you. We're very grateful. Can't see anything. All right. What's the connection doing here? Welcome back, Rathima. Word of your deeds in the field had reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineers are fine. They were able to get their vessel back into the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. Your willingness to assist us on such short notice is to be commended. Clearly, your reputation is well deserved. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you into the Immortal Flames? Are you ready, Rathima? Then let us begin. Rathima Wol, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames of Ul'dah burn bright, casting light where there is dark and purging evil wheresoever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, be they beastmen, guardians, or worse. And at a word from the famed General Reborn, Aldin, we will gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ul'dah. To join our ranks, you must forsake all other nations. Only then may you commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as an immortal flame. Burn as one of us, Rathima Wol, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ul'dah. Will you swear an oath to mark this occasion? I will follow the Flame General unto death. Ha! The Flame General will lead you to the van in every battle if he could. It wouldn't surprise me if you had the chance to fight by his side one day. Very well, your resolve is plain. Rathima Wol, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd Class. May you fight for the last for coin and country. An officer of the Mortal Flames contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Wol. I have no doubt you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask you to pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a flame of the Ul'dah, you are no less a scion. Please return to the waking stands at your earliest convenience. There are some friends out here whom I would like very much you to meet. We shall be waiting. It seems your presence is required elsewhere. Before you leave, perhaps you should find a moment to speak with Commander Swift. He is not one to see new recruits go into the field unprepared. Private Wol, yes? A moment of your time, if you please. You wish to carry out your duties swiftly, do you not? Well then, perhaps you should get yourself a chocobo. If you're interested, the Immortal Flames will furnish you with one. It's not a complex process, but does require some paperwork. First, speak to the Quartermaster to obtain a Flame Chocobo issuance. You'll need to exchange company seals in order to do so. Once you receive your issuance, show it to Mimigam at the Gate of Nald. He'll be the one to furnish you with a bird. Private Wol, I've been keeping a close eye on you of late. Your efforts have been on behalf of Ul'dah do us all proud. Yes, I understand now that the Flame General saw on you. It would not be an underestimate to say the future of our grand company is riding on your capable shoulders. And yet, it is also clear to me that you have only begun to tap into the depths of your potential. Your flame burns strong, but you may yet grow stronger. Yes, I would see you become a blazing inferno that reduces all who oppose Ul'dah into smoldering embers. It is such hopes that I have made arrangements for you to receive training at the Wolf's Den, proving ground established by the Eorzean Alliance for the training of Grand Company recruits. Maybe you are familiar with it. That look in your eye tells me you're eager to take the road. I knew I had not misjudged you. Wolf's Den is to be found just off the shores of La Nosea. The ferry at the Morabi dry docks in Lower La Nosea will grant you passage there. Upon your arrival, seek out Storm Captain Bercoria Losasalin. I have already taken the liberty of submitting a letter of recommendation on your behalf. Following the calamity, each nation's armed forces underwent large-scale restructuring centered upon its Grand Company. In Gridania, the Order of the Twin Adder absorbed both the Wood Whalers and the God's Quiver, while the Liminsons enacted the complete merger of the Maelstrom and the Knights of the Barracuda. Udal is the odd nation out, having made no notable changes to its armed forces. As before, and in spirit of its sultanate, each entity retains a certain degree of independence. Let me see if I get this right. You're an adventurer, who's a scion, and a flame. Golly, how do you keep track of everything? It must be fun pairing up with lots of different people. Me? I'm always with Papalimo. Come to think of it, why am I always with Papalimo? The incident with the traitor still weighs heavily on everyone's mind, the flame generals most of all. And although he cannot be expected to know what evil lurks in the hearts of every man in his command, the revelation is nevertheless a devastating blow to his authority. Even so, the warrants saying that you should not let this tragedy color your opinion of the man. In all my years of working with the Flame General, I've never had reason to doubt his capacity to lead. Welcome back, Lady Rathima. Lady Mephilia awaits you within. Welcome back. It seems you wasted no time putting your skills to work. How do I know? Why, the recruitment officer called me to regale me with a tale of your heroics. The pride in his voice was palpable. We Scions are truly fortunate to have you with us, Rathima. Now, when we last spoke, I said I wanted you to meet some friends, did I not? Well, I neglected to mention to you that you've already met. Tataru, please show them in. This way, sirs. Thanks for getting us out of that mess. We owe you our lives. Don't think we properly met. I'm Wedge, and I'm Biggs, and I'm spit it out, man. Wedge at your service. I'm pleased to say that Biggs and Wedge will be staying with us for a while. Magitech-driven contraptions such as airships grow ever more vital to the city-states of Eorzea. As a neutral party, it was judged that we Scions should serve as the keepers of this technology. Of course, for this we needed the knowledge of experts, so we requested the assistance of Garland Ironworks, who were very kindly sent us two of the finest engineers. Our happy family continues to grow. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands. Like every soul here, I love Eorzea. And I count myself blessed to have been given this chance to stand with you and fight for the future of the realm. Never having known such fulfillment and happiness.
Now, having set aside the formalities, we have a favor to ask of you. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have conducted a study at the behest of the Order of the Twin Adder. Papalimo, Ida, a synopsis, if you would.
Our task was to survey the behavior of the Sylphs, a beast tribe indigenous to the Twelveswood.
Oh, how to describe them. They look like gisselcreens, floating ones, that worship the primal Ramu.
Ahem. Though technically a beast tribe, Sylphs are blessed with a comparatively personable demeanor. conducive to peaceful communication.
Offering us an invaluable opportunity to learn what the beast tribes know of the primals.
While Ramuh's existence is well documented, the Sylphs do not, or perhaps cannot, summon the primal any longer, insofar as can be ascertained, until such time as we know. It would be unwise to assume that the threat posed by the primal has passed.
Which leaves Gridania with the added worry of not knowing what they should be worrying about.
In that regard, they are hardly alone. What we can say with absolute certainty is that Gridania has its hands full fending off Garuda, who, I need hardly remind you, is among the most savage and terrible of all known primals.
In short, it is essential that we approach the Sylphs in as diplomatic a manner as possible. Words and actions can be misconstrued. The only sure way to communicate our intentions is the echo. Winning the Sylphs' favor may well bring us a step closer to mitigating the threat of the primals. Will you help us? I am grateful.
Lovely. Well, as much as I'd like to help, I'm afraid I would be of little use to anyone in Gridania. A veritable babe in the woods. Ida and Papalimo, however, should be able to see the forest for the trees. Is that not so, Minfilia?
Indeed. You are willing?
Leave it to me.
Us, Ida, us!
Your mission is to make contact with the Sylphs with the ultimate goal of finding a peaceful resolution to the threat posed by Ramuh. Be fairly warned, the Sylphs are unique people to say the least, and you may not find yourself bewildered by their customs at first. Yet know that Ida and Papalima will be on hand to support all your endeavors. Where is it? That was great. We know far too little of the Sylphs related to worthwhile plans. We must call upon the signs once more if we are able to. Beg pardons. 'Tis a terrible habit of mine to think aloud. Tell me, what brings you to the Adder's Nest? Hail, adventurer! I bid you welcome to the Adventurer's Nest. Do you seek to entwine your destiny with the Twin Adder? Good day, Commander. Sorry to disappoint you, but other business brings us here today. Eden Papalimo, always a pleasure to see the two of you. My men tell me that you requested the name of the science of late. Quite so, Commander. A little bird told us that the Twin Adder was in need of our adventuring prowess. Aye, your little bird sings true. No doubt you've heard that we're investigating the Sylphs, a curious beast tribe that calls the deaf to the Twelveswood home. The Sylphs are, for the most part, a peaceful bunch, much to the delight of the elder seeds here, who has no desire to see her people embroiled in yet another fruitless war. Twin Adder is the same mind, and 'twas precisely for this reason that the Sylphs' relation to the primal Ramu has raised a flag of warning amongst our ranks. Friendly as they may appear, beastmen will be beastmen. Should there be a silver chance that the summoning of the primal might disturb the balance between Gridania and the Sylphic tribes is a possibility we cannot ignore. Better to be safe than sorry, indeed. Do we strike at Rabu or leave the Sylphs to their own ways? That is a question and myself lacking the ample knowledge to arrive at an answer. Opinions abound about within Gridania, but to listen to only one's own is among the gravest mistakes a commander can make. I would hear from the other side, the Sylphs themselves, and seek an impartial party to serve as my liaison. That is where you signs come in. The Sylphs of Little Solace remain untempered and have held many a productive dialogue with our people. I would hear their candid thoughts on their tempered brethren. That said, I urge you to exercise due caution. Sylphic tradition and etiquette bear little resemblance to our own. It would not do to have any cross-cultural faux pas get in the way of a productive parley. Onward to Little Solace, you will come upon the Hawthorne Hut. Our officer stationed there can enlighten you how to win the Sylph's favor. May your expedition be a worthwhile one. A friendly palaver with the Sylphs. This should be pleasant enough diversion. The Hawthorne Hut, was it? Why, I believe the ferry departing from West Shore Pier should take us straight there. A friendly palaver indeed. I hope this will be as straightforward as you say, Papalimo. Want a bird, should you say? I'll need to see your flame chocobo issuance. Yes, everything appears to be in order. A moment, please. I'll be right back with your chocobo. And here he is. The fellow has been in high spirits at the past few battles. He must have sensed his mastery was coming. Now then, to make it official, you want to give your noble steed a name. See how that works. Dare say he likes his name. Here's your own very own chocobo whistle. Simply blow into it, and your feathered friend will come bounding to your side. But do forgive him if he doesn't respond when summoned into crowded city or areas of monster-filled infested layers. Chocobos are stout-hearted creatures, but they have their limits. And lastly, I present you with your chocobo rider's license as required by law. That concludes all the formalities. I wish you and your chocobo long years of fulfilling companionship. Oh, there you are, Rathima. Perfect timing. I've just heard of the juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember, you've heard of this first from me. The Sultan Sword and Iliad was sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan Sword have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you want one of those officer track elites, you had no chance to learn the arts. The competition to get the top was very fierce indeed. Let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Uldan Sultanate, which means no more adventuring, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum, just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a bit of contentment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorizing the 55 commandments of the sworn or any other nonsense either. This is a golden, no, platinum opportunity that comes once but a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let's slip through your fingers and you will regret. Your regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade in the Hustings Strip. Find the captain of the Sultan Sworn Elite. Jenlins is his name, and they'll tell him you're just dying to become a paladin. Yes, I am Jenlins, member of the Sultan Sworn Elite and a servant to the Uldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about the training as a paladin. If so, I would have your name, good woman. Rathima. A fine name. I bid you welcome and salute to your noble resolve. But if you aspire to be to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. Paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. Paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. Paladin defends the people of the realm. Swell swords and gladiators and other of the ilk wield their blades for themselves, but Paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? The battle arts that the Paladin learns have been held secrets and nurtured and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan Sword elite for nigh on these 600 years. Only those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights. We are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultanate, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year, we are shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to saw swords to defend her palace. All of this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And here you are. We shall instruct you in the Paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan's Sword, but serve as a free Paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and that you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be Paladin, show me the metal in your heart and the steel in your blade. Of those who want to protect the Sultanate, the soldiers, the mounted guards, the knights. The Sultan's sword are the elite of the elite. Conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. We are bound to defend Sultana Nanamo Ul Namo, even until the death, such as a solemn oath that we have taken. Have I gone to? Yes, I have. Excellent. That's right, I don't have it yet. Okay. If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the Paladin arts. But make no mistake, simply learning Paladin swordplay does not make you a Paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I must be just another aging free Paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of the Paladin. Here, you will be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. way you use your sword reminds me of a man I used to know. My nighness might be old, but they can see the truth for well enough. Be a paladin, strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruins of the South Alamigo and Southern Thailand. Defeat them and return with the proof of your deed. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I have no doubt that you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That as well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, custodian of traditions ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all the lands, and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path, and you have earned the right to bear this, the soul of a paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. She who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Bahamut's Fang, you already possess the crystal. And you say you were given it to by an unknown free paladin who told you to hand it to me. Where is this crystal you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Cursed, he has made a mockery of the trial. The crystal he bears is indeed the soul of a paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It is stolen from the Sultan's sword. The man who gave it to you is this soul is the very traitor whom I've been seeking these very moons. He's an oathbreaker who bent the knee to the Uldan settlement and then swore allegiance to the Sultan's sword, but then single-handedly sullied our name, trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the paladin way? The soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is which is bestowed by the captain of the Sultan's sword. That traitor is no Sultan's sword, and still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he has insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds a rule, nothing more than nuisance. But through reigns long and short, our forebears and the Sultan's sword have preserved its rituals and traditions. We are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women with our own ranks scorn them as relics. It has been my duty to be named as captain of the Sultan's sword in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana in sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me to bring him to justice. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skill until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you surely as an oath.